Welcome to Electronics Unmessed. It's Klaus again. Predicting the energy consumption of houses is a good base to make an educated decision about renovation measures. In the last episode, I explained how to map and simulate different pitched roof houses in our Excel tool. Today I will explain how to map a house with a flat roof. And as always, there are also interesting effects to see. We want to predict the thermal energy consumption of a house and the possible energy savings through thermal insulation. We carry that out to better plan improvement measures. In the last part of our step-by-step guide, we looked at different types of houses with pitched roofs. We used some tricks and it might be worth watching the earlier episodes. I linked the video in the top right. Today we are talking about houses with flat roofs. I will start with our example house again, and I will show how the inputs can be changed in order to simulate a flat roof house. The house can have a maximum of 3 floors plus a basement. In the following, I will explain how to represent houses with 1, 2 or 3 floors, each with or without a basement. Incidentally, I will continue the small user's guide series because there is a lot more you can take into account. For example, the waste heat from electrical power consumption or the solar radiation. And it gets even more interesting at the very end when we discuss the energy reports. Yes, it might be worth subscribing to the channel, as there are quite a few interesting videos on these topics. Okay, so we take our beautiful Excel tool again. I always like to start with the entries for our example house, because you can use it to show almost all the features that the tool provides. I also make it available for download with exactly these inputs. Just as a hint, you can find videos on the top right explaining how the tool works. If we want to turn our 4-story gable roof house into a flat roof house, then we can easily do it like this. We change the attic floor a bit. First, let's take a look at the areas. Logically, a flat roof has the same area as the living space below, at least as long as the walls are vertical. So we change the roof area right here and enter 100 instead of 130 square meters. The outer walls of the attic with a flat roof are larger than with a gable roof. The area is the same as those of other floors. It's 100 square meters in our example. If the U value of the flat roof is different, we must of course enter it below accordingly. However, I leave the value unchanged so that we can make a fair comparison to the gable roof here. The energy consumption is slightly increased to 127.9 kilowatt hours per square meter. In our example, the energy consumption of a flat roof house would have been somewhat less favorable, but you had more living space in the attic floor. Our house now has 3 floors and a basement. Now we are going to virtually dismantle the top floor. We give the next lower floor the roof area of 100 square meters and we set the false ceiling to 0.0001 square meters. We can't use exactly 0 square meters here, otherwise we will get a numerical overflow as we saw in the last episode. The attic floor is now completely eliminated, so we enter 0.0001 square meter for all remaining areas. We proceed in the same way with the U values below. And we are done. We have now mapped a building with 2 stories plus a basement. I think you have already understood how the building could be reduced by another floor. Yes, that's right, we put the values of the top floor in the ground floor. Let's do that now in the tool. So, now we only have a ground floor with a flat roof plus the basement. The energy efficiency index has apparently continued to get worse for the house, which is smaller now. We have now 138.2 kilowatt hours per square meter. I need to briefly explain the definition of this parameter. The overall energy efficiency value always refers to the entire area of the house. This means that areas that are not heated or air conditioned are also taken into account. In this example, we also count the square meters in the basement. But I will explain all of this in more detail later when we talk about the energy efficiency report. Next, we want to model a house that does not have a basement. We apply the same logic again for the walls, doors and windows. We enter the value 0.000140 areas. Now, of course, the floor and the area of the basement to the ground are also omitted, so we have to enter a small value here. In return, however, the ground floor now has an interface to the ground that is 100 square meters in size. With the U values, we proceed the same way again. The ground floor / basement interface no longer exists, so we make the U value very small here. And of course the U value between the ground floor and the ground, which was previously 0, must be specified now. Important here in order to understand the principle. The tool needs the floor area of the rooms to calculate the heat flows between the floors. We also need these areas to calculate the energy efficiency values. They are at the intersection of the row for the upper floor with the column for the lower floor, as shown here. You need to know that. By eliminating the basement, we reduced the area for the energy efficiency coefficient of the house. This caused the big leap of the energy efficiency coefficient. We will see more details about that later in the energy reports. So now we are going to do another little test that shows us whether we might have made a mistake. We go to the environment and targets sheet and turn off the heating or air conditioning on the floors that we removed. As expected, the results do not change. If something were to change, then we would have made a mistake. That was the 5th part of our step-by-step user's guide. Now we know how to map flat roof houses in our Excel tool. We can start now our virtual experiments with different measures and materials. As said, there will be more episodes in which we will show examples and in particular discuss results and reports. If there are any questions about this part, please ask in the comments. I will be happy to answer that. Now stay tuned and don't forget to support the channel. See you soon in the coming episodes.